So he did not receive that many buffs, to be honest. Like Sleight of Fist, attack damage increased, a Flame Guard increased, Flame Guard per second increased, talent. These are just concerning the talents. More bonus damage on Sleight of Fist, then some nerfs, and then in the latest changes, more strength gain, less cooldown on Slide. So basically, Sleight of Fist is his bomb spell. Base damage also increased by, and agility gain by 0.3%. So that's gonna be some extra damage, extra move speed, extra armor on him.
Oh, real quick, okay?
Aye, sounds great.
Now he's not gonna know that I'm talking shit about him. Get on, Lacoste. Bleh. Hello, hello. Don't tell him. Don't tell him, guys.
Yo, yo, yo.
Oh, hey, how's it going? No, I wasn't talking trash about you. I promise. Enigma gets picked up, and then we got the Night Stalker in response. You can nerf him, you can change him, you can do whatever you want, but you know for sure that Cinderin is going to be playing some Night Stalker on his team at some point.
Depends. It could be CK.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, I shouldn't say that he's going to play it, but he'll pick it for somebody to play.
Oh yeah, he'll pick it. Sorry about that. I've seen so many Night Stalkers lately, and this is how you counter Team Kaban. You just steal their Boris Summoner.
Fair enough. I like it. We didn't talk a whole lot about the Enigma. I think it's a really interesting pick. How do you feel about this hero in general nowadays? Is he strong, do you think? Or like I haven't seen a lot of him.
I think the hero is kind of situational. I love to see Enigma picks when other teams have a lot of melee heroes, or especially against Magnus, where they love to group up around RP, and then you get on top of it with Enigma just for some extra counterplay. He's a still strong laner, denies a lot of XP, not as much as before.
Right.
And builds into these like utility items. He can get whatever team needs, either Helm of the Dominator, Greaves, Crimson Guard, or if he wants to go for a Blink BKB Lincoln Sphere this game, because they have nothing that goes through the BKB.
Well, they do have the Rubik.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Right. It's a little bit weird, I think, to pick the Enigma into the Rubik. But I guess that oftentimes people talk about that, and it's like the stuff that Enigma offers you is maybe it comes online before Rubik is going to be out of control. Maybe that's the hope. I don't know. What do you think?
10 seconds.
I think it's going to be fine. Like it's
5 seconds.
It's hard to play Enigma into Rubik, but it also depends on the team composition. And he received a buff, Midnight Pulse, less mana cost on early levels.
Okay.
So that's huge. Like you can use Midnight Pulse, which is insane amount of damage early on. Let's say level 1 for 50 mana.
Right. That sounds nice.
So getting one skill point in that could change things a bit, considering if they decide to dive you could get a return kill.
Yeah. I think. Oh, and Lycan gets taken. Interesting. Very interesting draft from OG. What the hell are they gonna do?
All right, so this with the Lycan pick, it feels like it's rounded up really well. All these summons, yeah, they want to finish this game quickly.
Interesting.
10 seconds.
Yeah. So
I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not a big fan of Ember Spirit getting BOTs early on, but in this game, he could easily grab it as a first/second item. He can TP on any of the summons on the Hawk, Eidolons. Everyone has basically a summon on side of OG. They need some kind of a hero that deals well with all these summons. So AoE Night Stalker doesn't provide anything. Neither does CK. Rubik does well to some extent. All right, that's not what I expected to see, but all right. I mean, the hero builds into Battle Fury.
yeah,
If he has enough time to actually buy it in a game like this.
It does feel kind of strange to me. Like you talked about it, you've got treants that are going to get created, you've got eidolons that are going to get created, you got boars that are going to be summoned, you've got all of the wolves from Lycan, and all of them get the howl bonus damage, but there's very limited wave clear from Kaban. And also, like, I guess the other option that you sometimes have is taking like a Tidehunter or something like that you just stick in a lane and you're like, all right, you're not going to be able to break through this guy. 9 is kind of that on the Pango, but also kind of not. I don't know. I'm not sure what the goal here is going to be. But I will say ILTW's set is amazing. Look at that Lycan.
Like this could be. I'm just thinking about the team setup. This could be like a 20-minute game from OG.
Yeah. It all depends on how it goes, and laning stage, it's going to be a Jerax Enigma. So position 4 Enigma with pressure going all around the rest of the map. Very, very interesting. Seb, level 15 Beastmaster. What in God's name?
Man has been spamming those imbalance heroes. You know those players, right? Who only play stuff that play imbalanced heroes until they get nerfed and they found another one.
I do that sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. I'm that guy. I have no shame.
DK Phobos bringing back memories, playing Night Stalker. It's one of his signature heroes.
Has been changed a lot since then. Biggest thing, Crippling Fear, is the aura. In the last patch, he did get the change where now you get the full AoE vision from Dark Ascension.
Yeah, no biggie.
I mean, he doesn't need a Night Stalker anymore, or an Aghanims anymore, right?
No.
Oh, they're throwing the piggies at him. Look out.
You know what confuses me?
What's that?
If Void does Mini-Stun or it doesn't. Because I'm pretty sure it got removed, but the description still says Void also Mini-Stuns.
Right, so it only gets the stun at nighttime, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think it's like that.
Yeah.
Because I didn't see Night Stalker for quite some time. I mean, I saw him yesterday in one of the games, but I didn't pay attention because I was watching the stream. I was not watching it in game to check it out.
Of course. Does he deny the rune?
I blame observers. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, that's an easy blame, and I very well deserve it as well. Oh my God, Bivert, be careful, dude. This is the beginning of the ruination. Oh, Phobos, don't let him do it to you. Don't let him do it to you, please, dude.
Oh,
don't.
Come on.
He's fine. All right. That was a lot of damage, though. Holy crap. Oh, and now gonna walk in and cancel the salve, maybe? No, No Tail doesn't want to do it. He might be in some trouble.
Check the build on Lycan. Howl, level 1. You don't usually see that. I've seen Lycans having 404-1 at level 9. Even when it was changed, when it gave HP W duration during the night.
Right. Yeah, it's not often, but just all of these summons, like, it's what their strat is built around. And the kind of cool thing about this is that it's going to make Biver, I think, have a much harder game. This hero does not like having to play against heroes that have all these summons and punch him, because you can't buy a Stout Shield.
What do you mean you can't buy a Stout Shield?
I guess he could, hypothetically. You don't tend to buy a Stout Shield. Seb is going to give him a little tip afterwards. And No Tail still sitting with 2 Fairy Fires, just keeps the punches coming. Does need to be careful about feeding away a lot of these summons. Kaban's doing a good job of just focusing down the treants. Although Biver needs to back away yet again, and now they turn. More damage onto DK Phobos. ILTW is here as well. And more gold into the coffers of this support combo, but they're out of regen. They have no tangos, they have no salves. No Tails forced them back.
They need to go back. Chicken is being used on a mid lane.
Oh my God, does he try and snipe him? Wait a minute. He has TP. Does he know? Or Biver?
He knows. He knows. That's why they use the pause. To get the info if Chicken was being used. Let's see. TP. No.
I mean, he could also try and go for the kill onto Biver as well. But, yeah, no chance of going for it. Oh, he's TPing behind the tower and said he wants to go for Phobos. Oh, sees that he's there. Summon some trees. DK Phobos needing to run. He doesn't have another summon, but he needs some Stout Shield procs, and it looks like they're just going to have to give that one up. So, oh, no tail. No tail.
He's level 1 on Rubik only.
Okay. Still.
Has boots, though, but it's really not worth it to try to chase him to land 10 hits.
Oh, Seb gets the summons up yet again. It's been a lot of last hits for the Radiant. They're kind of winning their lanes across the board, it looks like. The only one that's having a pretty decent time is going to be the PA. I guess 9 is okay, but he's getting beat out a little bit by this Ember, who's taken 2 points in the Sleight of Fist early.
Yeah, I love the Sleight build because I already mentioned how much it got buffed in the previous patches. Just a casual silence coming out from Pango on mid.
Bottom, another Howl used to get some extra damage out there. And looks like over here to the side, Jarek's going to come and contest the farm. Synderen going to try and clean up the Eidolons to the best of his abilities. So need to be careful with all the damage he takes from Malefice. Jarek's will deny that one. And we'll see if he gets lucky with the crit or not. The deny comes out. Alright, no problem. Don't worry. This is fine. Everything is okay. He got that one.
1-1.
He has the stun. He wants to use it. Gets the crit, gets the kit. And that feels pretty nice for Synderen.
Man, Synderen using the tools that Jarex was using in game number 1. Just stealing the camps. Casual stun to cancel the clarity.
And he needs to back away when the Howl's up, but it's about to wear off now. And with the Stout Shield, he's pretty okay with this. So he's just going to back out, still hanging on to that Mango. And so far, the summon strat hasn't really looked amazing, as First Blood is going to be drawn. Thompson takes down 9 with the haste run.
Almost 500 gold for Ember Spirit. And 2 heroes rotated on mid, which means that the bottom is opened up. Top lane is fine for Seb. He's sitting on 24 CS. That's insane. He's building towards Helm of the Dominator, even more extra creeps, the buff with the Howl and all the auras.
And it looks like he's going to be needing to defend his boars. Skitter doing a good job of trying to hunt these guys down. I mean, this is the thing, right? Is that if you have all these summons, you can just try and force them down. But eventually, when the Eidolons show up and everything else, it becomes pretty difficult. We'll throw out that dagger there to cancel clarity, but Jarex has 2 more ready to go, and they're going to pull back in this Enigma 2-second stun. Skitter needing to run. Gets the slowdown afterwards, and Synderen, with the rotation from 9, will find the kill. Maybe Seb in some trouble. The body blocks come in, and with the telekinesis afterwards, they're saving it to make sure he doesn't TP away. Stun is there. No fuss, no muss. They clean him up.
Yeah, that's a 4-man rotation to get 2 kills. DK Phobos not getting anything out of the bottom lane. Level 3 only, and it's not that old Night Stalker that does extremely well in the early stages. No points in Hunter in the night yet.
Yeah.
There is one now. He's at 400 move speed now. It's a different story.
Heyo, look at him. He's floating around all fast here. But yeah, it's 1-2. The CS definitely into the favor right now of OG with 1,000 gold lead. And it looks like Thompson just trying to clear through these illusions here as well. Howl is going to start to become more and more of an issue, but ILTW turns now, tries to see if he can fight into Biver. They do have a silence up as well as another void, slowing down ILTW. The punches, looks like it will be there in a second. God, that's a lot of damage though. DK Phobos needs to be careful here. He does have another Mango if he wants to use it, as well as avoid the punches. Not enough, but yeah, it just goes to show how strong these heroes are. Right clicks.
Yeah, Blightstone doing a good job. Night Stalker has 5 armor with that -2. They managed to bring him down and tell him to back off, even though he wanted that kill on Lycan.
And this does feel like it's the danger zone. ILTW gonna run through the trees, try and chase him down. Synderen throws out the stun. It's going to take a little while, and everybody shows up to this one in some trouble there, but Piver didn't have the mana to get the lift up, so LTW gets out. Meanwhile, Thompson finds the kill mid lane. Piver will show up, or rather Skitter will, and clean up the return kill.
Yeah, it was a zoning ulti coming out from Lycan.
Heyo.
Just granting some vision for his team. No tail.
Oh, what a
Nah.
player. Top lane?
Not today, but the top lane is looking really rough for Team Kaban. Oh my god, look at the attack speed once they have Howl.
Dire's top
And
tower
level
is
2
under
Inner
attack.
Beast.
Yeah, it's...
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Rubik is pretty nice at dealing with this at least, and then once the PA gets into a Battle Fury, which I'm assuming she's going to go for, it's another way to deal with it. At the same time, this pressure comes so early, you might think that you need to be able to stay alive and do damage, but Rubik is going to die there, and meanwhile, 9 moves into position, and he wants to make something happen here. Trying to control up sub, Jarex dies on the other side of the map, Skitter chasing down 1, 9, gonna move into position there with the disarm, still all of these creeps chasing him down, but they get the crit and find the kill. Now gonna have to Qualifier blade themselves out of this one. Cinderin also shows up, gonna hit into Thompson, who does have his haste turn. Howl yet again. And that will be about the end of it, it looks like, as Night Stalker shows up, and that puts a stop to all this pressure. Or does it?
Dire's
They're
Kill off
putting-
Courier?
Easy. I mean, when you're playing against Nature's Prophet, you need to be careful around using the courier. Try not to show on the map and then grab the items so that he doesn't know where the courier is. But they also have a ward behind the tier 1 tower, which means that he's gonna have a vision.
Oh,
Just
dead.
don't use Kurt.
There you go, that's the
That's
key. They do have the Sprout now onto Phobos, but he's fine. And it looks like after killing off the Enigma, Thompson's still playing really aggressive here. They need to be a little bit careful. They have the silence back up if they want to use it here onto Thompson, but they're going to be able to get the Reality Rift pull back in, and now LTW shows up in the Lycan form and is going to be able to force Kaban all the way back into their base and maybe further forward. The disarm is there to keep them
Disarm.
alive. That is enough to stop the chase coming from OG, but look at the damage onto this tower. It's tier 1 going to go down.
And they have such a good Roche lineup. Like, once they grab a kill, if they're around the area, they could easily take Roche. 2 points in Inner Beast, Helm of the Dominator completed on Beastmaster.
Fiver.
Building towards Lads. That's gonna be a lot of auras.
They will find the kill with the Sleight of Fist. No tail, though. Gonna hit the deck and turn. But still, you can see just this constant aggression. It's really hard to deal with for Kaban until they start getting these items. Thompson bottles the rune as he goes for the Sleight of Fist? Alright, that was pretty sick.
What do you mean sick? It's just Thompson things. I'm not even surprised anymore how good he's playing. He has some mind-blowing plays. If you remember the clip a couple of days ago when he was playing Monkey King, where he doesn't get the point in one of the skills, so he can jump to the tree. That's pretty sick. Like, even though he took the damage.
Right. Well, all of the summons in the world is the strat. And this is something that I was kind of wondering about, right? You take away a lot of the armor from towers if there aren't heroes nearby. So right now, this like tier 2 tower, 15 armor, it does feel like they're going to fall more quickly than they used to. So kind of a cool strat.
I'm thinking about build on PA. Like, Battle Fury got nerfed a bit, but she's getting Deso first item.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I'm not sure that's the right choice. Like, if you lose a fight, there's a roar. Just kidding. That's a roar animation. If she doesn't achieve anything with that Deso, it's gonna be so hard for her to keep up with the farm. I think in this kind of a games, you need to risk things a bit and just go for Battle Fury.
Yeah, it's so tough. Like, I can kind of understand where she's coming from, where you've got, like, you feel like you need to be able to fight, but at the same time, if those fights don't go your way, the game is just over.
Exactly, and I can see some synergy with the Deso and Pango dealing physical damage with Swashbuckle. That's really good.
Dark Ascension, they've got Seb caught and killed, and it looks like they're also going to find this Ember Spirit silenced. He's in the aura, in some trouble, trying to walk away, and still silenced for the moment, finally gets off that Sleight of Fist. And the Black Hole gonna connect onto two of them with the punches coming from the creeps afterwards. Is it enough? Skitter gets the blink away, barely able to walk out of there, but they're chasing down. They've got him in the sights and able to switch over, trying to jump away. Blur, no, not enough. Thompson finds the kill there, and now it is daytime. Now it is OG's time to shine. Cinderin cannot save his buddy, Mr. DK Phobos, and OG came to play as they take down all of freaking Boer or Kaban, depending upon what language you speak.
Yeah, this is one of the reasons why they picked Enigma into Rubik, because there's like no real threat since it's not a core Enigma, and he really doesn't rely on getting off the Black Hole. You're just using Malefice, and if you have Eidolons in a team fight with Howl on, look at the damage.
Right.
Pew, 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 pew. And they're gonna split so quickly.
Uh-oh. Need to run. Skitter is maybe done. Oh, silence. Chase. Oh, he misses. The blur. Oh my god, Thompson! He's gonna try and just run in here now. See if he can get away from the rest of them. Throws back the remnant. One hero goes to deal with that one, while the others go and try and actually find the hero himself. And is going to be able to go for the Sleight of Fist, but that will eventually find him and get the kill. So the sad Trombone eventually come on, get the kill.
Yeah, they're gonna get to Roche in return. Roche goes down so quickly. Medallion on Enigma is that level 4 Inner Beast with Vlad's. Holy.
And the Howl attack speed, yeah, a lot of things all at once. Dude, I don't know. This is looking scary. OG, this was like the old answer, right, to the Night Stalker, though, is that you can see that you can get really good vision with the Night Stalker, but you can't do anything about it. Like, they're just going to be in your face.
Just group up as 5. He can't get a pick off. Body system. Everyone's protecting everyone. Yeah. And they're building into all these small items. Necro 1, actually Necro 2 finished on Lycan, Necro 1 on Nature's Prophet. He's extremely farmed. Yeah. And you have Vlad, you have Helmet the Dominator. They're ready to go.
Yeah.
Radiant structures are
and even the crits don't feel that scary right now coming from the PA. He needs to get into that Deso ASAP, and the Roar is going to be there. They find themselves the PA. She will die. Biver able to steal Remnant, which is pretty nice. It's a good way to keep himself alive. But
yeah, I called a 20-minute game coming out from OG, but this could end a couple of minutes before even.
Yeah. We got Maelstrom on 9. I mean, that is something else to consider, is that if you get into a couple of these items, maybe you can have some type of a defense, but like Maelstrom is really nice on this Pangolier. Fade Bolt is pretty high value for Biver as well. It's so hard to deal with this push, though. And they throw out the Fade Bolt, they try and slow it down.
Look at the attack speed on Necro. What?
Yeah. Well,
let's go. All right.
That tower is actually just about dead. And giving it to these freaking siege creeps, too. Like, they're just sending in the siege creeps. It's just happening. That's a dead tower.
You know what they needed instead of a Furion? Chen.
Oh, yeah. I like that idea.
Double damage on the non-hero units from his Divine Pigment. Wow.
Oh my god.
This VA.
She's just almost dead. They are going to try and force down Seb here. Skitter, he can't go into the fight, though. All he can do is throw out daggers. Stunned for the moment, the Pango holding his position, and the Black Hole pulls him in. Was he going to end up getting disarmed, though, for the moment, as DK Phobos able to get that silence off. Jerex will be able to walk away. 9 in trouble. This game is feeling super over. Biver, eventually 2 will fall. Double kill for Thompson. And in fabulous fashion, this is over.
That's a game. There's nothing they can do. They're gonna lose 3 sides. They take one side in 10 to 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Look at this attack speed. Where's Howl?
Use your Howl. There it is. Oh my god. It's like all these little auras, and all the creeps in the world. It felt like it was OG doing just this draft the entire time. You kind of had an idea of what it was going to be. Some fireworks being thrown out, the piggies down as well. The base is being invaded by trees.
That's a lot of pigs.
As well as trees. And yeah, tier 3 tower going to drop eventually as well here.
Oh man, I had such a great joke, but it was so inappropriate.
God damn it, Lacoste. What are you doing? Well, just the last little bits of this to clean up as the tips come out. And No Tail goes pretty far in there. We'll get killed off by the Sprout, but Thompson looks like he is going to be able to clean up everything else. Rooted for the moment. Rampage for Thompson. Easy peasy. And that's GG.
Yep. 18 minutes game. Not just 18 minutes game. They took down Mega Creeps and Tier 4 towers in 18 minutes.
Yeah, that's insane.
Well, the beauty of Dota is that these kind of strats existed as long as Dota existed. It's just these combination of heroes who are strong at the time. You just use that and use it again. But it didn't look like they're gonna go for it until they picked a Lycan.
Right. Yeah, these are, I think maybe the Enigma was like a little bit of a question mark where it's like, huh, they're picking Enigma. I wonder what that's about. And then suddenly you sort of have that dawning sense of comprehension. And at that point, you've already picked a Night Stalker. And this is just a hero that's weak to this push strat inherently because he doesn't have any wave clear. A Chaos Knight doesn't really have any wave clear either. Maybe this is the downside of picking a CK this early is, hey, everybody's going for all these Midases. Everybody's trying to go to the late game. Let's just end the game. So really cool reaction from OG after game number 1. And you look at this, like building damage out the wazoo. Lycan, Seb, both of them in the 6,000 marks. The No Tail Prophet dealing 5,000 building damage. Almost more damage than the Phantom Assassin did in total. They had 0 building damage on Kaban. They had 0 building damage.
I'm looking at those numbers. I don't remember the game where team had 0 building damage in total.
0 building damage, Lacoste. That is insane. All right. Well, that's a thing. Lacoste, this is going to be the end of the series, so it's a 1-1. Pretty important, I think, that OG gets that win there, since it is a round-robin group stage. I don't know if we're going to have tiebreakers at some point. That's one of the inherent problems with round-robin group stages, but we do have another OG match up next. It's going to be them versus the Dota 2 players, which is a bunch of the folks from both Russia as well as the Czech Republic. I'll let you tell me if you know any of these guys, but anything else you want to say before we finish off here?
Yeah, I'm looking forward if this team can take a game away from OG.
Okay. All right. Have a good one, everybody. We'll be back in just a little bit with our series number 2, right after this.